Hello and welcome to episode I didn't look the number up. 21, I think. Goddamn. Of Salt Play Sunless Sea. I know that it's raining right now. It looks on my monitor like it's kind of loud. Um it's currently forecasted to rain for like the next 3 days. And I am not confident that I am going to, have the energy to make a recording between when the rain stops and when, the next episode needs to go up. So I'm going to try to record just a single short episode today, instead of two, and hope that next weekend it won't rain. But like, who fucking knows? It's springtime. It rains too goddamn much here. We'll find out. So yeah, that's why there's rain sounds, because the place I record in has a metal roof. And with that, our objectives that I have written down here are the navigator, the sigil-ridden navigator, wants us to bring 2 live specimens to the Chapel of Lights. Still, the clattery heir wants a live specimen to continue her story. The Fathom King wants the Heart of Mount Nomad or the Tree of Ages, a high-level weapon or engine, an officer, the Eldest's End, and Fruit of the Eternal Tree, to get more information about where our father's bones are, my father's bones are. The Admiralty wants me to go to the Avid Horizon for strategic information. I want to go to the End of Frostfound, and the Venturer wants either 1 Colossal Fluke Core or 7 Lamentable Relics. I believe right now I have 2 Lamentable Relics. Yep. And Savior's Rocks wants me to bring 3 Tomb Colonists. I think that for today, I am just going to go to the Avid Horizon and back. Sorry, it's cold because it's rainy, so I have tea and I needed to move it around so I could reach my keyboard. So yes, to the Avid Horizon and back. I think I still need 6,000 echoes to get a new ship thing. I don't really want a new lamp. I don't have enough money for a better engine. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have aft, so I can't really get a better weapon. And similarly, that's aft. That's forward, but is that better than what I have? Hull damage 24, life damage 24. Hull damage. I think I like that one better for a forward weapon, the one that I have right now. So I suppose with that, we will be off to Avid Horizon. I didn't buy extra fuel or supplies because this is a relatively short trip, ideally. Let me check how diagonally I need to go. Okay. So I'm probably just gonna go like this, or maybe I think I'll go this way and then back like that, and hope that once again, hope that I actually have enough hull space to grab stuff from the Salt Lions, because I keep just not doing that. Right here at Hunter's Keep, a quiet isle, a grand old house. I'm just gonna reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, a well tucked away in a fold of the grounds. Anything else? The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle, the house and the sisters, but the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. And with that, on we go. Bats. I'm gonna kill the bats. Ah, I didn't expect that to actually hit. What's my terror at? I will dispose of the corpses. I think that only reduces one. Yep. Their mere touch leaves you shuddering. Their eyes are still fierce in death. Sailors sweep them overboard with brooms, careful not to touch them. This has nothing to do with the game and is simply something that I personally am excited about and have been talking constantly to my friends about. And I have another place to talk about it, so I'm going to. So my family has a garden at our house, and this year, I convinced my parents that we should have buckwheat, and this week the buckwheat has started sprouting, and I'm so excited about it. Buckwheat flour is so expensive, and I love the flavor so much, and it's apparently like super easy to grow. I've never grown a grain before. Buckwheat's not a grain, but you know, kind of a grain. I'm just really hyped about it. My little buddies, buckwheat. Okay, with that, the tomb colony of Venderbite. On deck, you can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. We will explore Venderbite. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. Disillusion. A tomb colonist hopples towards you. "I will not," she hissed fiercely. "I will not. Not for me, the sanatorium, nor the emergence. I lived, and I will die." She draws a sword from her sash. You jump back. Tomb colonists, fearless and long experienced, are famed for their dueling skills. She raises the sword, flourishes it, and beheads herself with a triumphant cry. Her head bounces across the ground toward you. We've gained a terror and a lamentable relic. We're almost halfway to the lamentable relics that the Venturer wants. That's not what I wanted. I don't have anything useful to do in the Vengeance of Jonah. Let's gather gossip. Get that port report. I'm trying to be a little bit quick so that you guys don't have to listen to Rain for too long, so I'm not actually going to read that. I realized that like halfway through reading the other Venderbite stuff, I was like, oh, I didn't really actually want to do that. Alright, once again, I will dispose of the corpses. Ooh, I lost 2 terror that time. Fancy. I don't know what that flame was. See if I can get less terror by going along the coast. Oh, Johannesson Town. Alright, Wither, a chilly city beside a waste of salt. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. Do the people... How? I assume this is just metaphor for us, the players, but how do the people down here know what the moon is? Anyways, on that question, I'm going to explore the town. Here and there are odd sights tucked away. Ooh, an intriguing smell. Who'll try? Who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Let's try the shredded jellyfish. 60% chance of success. Did it! Traces of its venom still remain, just enough to make your tongue tingle and alter your consciousness a touch. Your pulse accelerates and odd thoughts sparkle in the forefront of your mind. And let's get this port report. Again, I'm not reading it. I've done that a bunch of times. There's something sticky on my mouse. It's fine. I don't need to do any of these things. I don't need any of these. Let's head out. I'm turning my light off because I know there's a life burger over there that I still don't feel like I am good enough at this game or in a strong enough ship to fight. On to Codex. Okay, Codex, an isle of answers. Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles, and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. So I have in the past acquired a doomed monster hunter and then gone, what the fuck do I do with this? Apparently, doomed monster hunters are ammo for a particular kind of weapon, and I couldn't figure out how to get rid of them. They were just clogging up my hole for a while. So I will not be acquiring a doomed monster hunter. I'll just be compiling a port report. No one will speak. Across to, yeah, kind of south to get to Frostbound. Do I have secrets? I do. Ooh. Oh, I didn't expect to actually have secrets. I expected to go, nope. It looks like my lowest stat is hearts, so let's increase hearts. Music of this game so much. It's just so good. Okay, Frostbound. I will not be going in, because that will take a while. So I will just create a port report. Oh, I haven't been out at Z long enough to get one of the something awaits you. That's the word. Okay, I really need to go back north. I love looking at the Frostbound art so much. Like the little sparkles And the way that, like, it's white ice, but it's also, like, incredibly colorful. It's so good. I love this game. I feel like I should start to conserve my light. Perhaps. Down to 9 fuel. Additionally, if you hear weird scratching noises, I got super sunburnt a couple weeks ago. Nope, last week. Wow, it's only been a week? Anyways, I got super sunburnt. I'm very itchy. I'm doing all of the things that you're supposed to do to take care of sunburns, but I'm still super itchy. So that's what any scratchy noises that you hear are. I am sorry about them. I have been doing it. Oh, that's Mount Nomad right the fuck there. I'm so glad my lights are off. Holy shit. Okay. Avid Horizon. Anyways, before I saw Mount Nomad, I was saying I've been doing it on and off as I've been recording and just realized that looks like the scratching might be showing up on my mic. Avid Horizon. Two vast winged shapes guard a gate of something like resin, smooth but uneven. It is deep gant, the color that remains when all other colors have been eaten. Ice crusts over the crack between its valves. Approach, and your breath freezes, falls tinkling in shards from the air. It would be utterly foolish to touch the thing. A merciless wind blows from everywhere to everywhere. It passes without effort through your bridge coat, your flesh, your lungs. The dock lies empty. So we'll start by retrieving strategic information from here, but you were given a sign to look for. There it is, carved on one of the pillars of the dock. Below the sign, an authoritative hand has carved this message: if you wish to return to London, if you seek the forgiveness of the Empress, if you will sacrifice all to make amends, record your name and crime. Below are the names of murderers, traitors, hopeless villains who fled into exile. They've made the icy pilgrimage here to the end of the world to prove their desperation to return home. You record them all, the old and the freshly carved. The Admiralty will pick through the names and make their choice. Leave now, quickly. Instead of doing that, I'm going to gather intelligence, such as there is to gather out here where nothing moves. Nothing moves. The stillness is of itself. Nope, the stillness is itself of interest to the Admiralty. It is not impossible someone foolish might attempt to open the gate. It is not inconceivable that it might open from the other side. And what then? Okay. Turn that light off fucking immediately. Okay. Due south. Due south is gonna suck a little bit, cause okay. Due south is gonna suck a little bit because I might have to go through that endless storm around the Chapel of Lights, but it doesn't seem like it. So I'm actually gonna swing over there and pick up a port report. See if I can get some fuel here. Oh! It's a big guy. It's a really big guy. Okay. Chapel of Lights. Do you hear music? All that I really want to do is... Nope, they don't have fuel. Okay. All I really want to do is... very tempting. I'm going to start by gathering intelligence. What occurs here between the darkness and the light? A smiling priest in a red cassock tends the chapel. The congregation are shy of light. They come and go in little ships, and it's strangely difficult to count them. Perhaps some of them are imaginary. Still, you know the name of a ship or two. I'm going to... I'm not confident that I can spare 5 supplies. I was kind of hoping that I could buy fuel here, but it looks like I can't. So instead... Oh yeah, discovered Mount Nomad, the black glass mountain that eats ships. Only 20 fragments. Great. Alright, we'll see if I can get fuel at the Shepherd Isles or something, I guess. Oh. Hello, little guy. I'm so tempted to do piracy, but I don't really want to do piracy. That's not true. I fucking love being a pirate. However, it's not the way that I've been going with this character. Like, I think if I'm going to be... Maybe I'll do a pirate run if this character dies, but, like, if I'm gonna be a pirate, I want to just do pirate shit from the very beginning, if that makes sense. Okay, Shepherd Isles. Sheep, lichen, standing stones. Let's start by... Interesting. Huh, I should write that down. Retired monster hunter. Okay. Forgot to write that one down, apparently. Trade a hunting trophy for a soothing copper long box. I'm gonna start by compiling a port report. Oh, yes, there's been goings on. In the bleak light of the false stars, surface rolling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and a flash of fire. 3 widows swimming. Tentacles! And then we saw His Highness. There is rather a lot of this material. And I'm gonna ask for Tales of the 3 Graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over on that island to the northwest? Hunters at rest. The Chelenite, right? They're hunters. They killed a turtle the size of London and built their city in its shell. A ship from the Chelenite came by, hunting the midnight whale. 3 of them had died cowards, so their bodies couldn't go into the Z. They paid us for the land in whale ivory. I still got a piece, but I keeps it safe. Nothing else there. Oh, fuck. I can buy fuel. I'm going to buy, up to 21 in hopes that I will have space to get shit at the Salt Lions. I will not be passing by Station 3 because I don't see a point, but I will go to the Abbey and then over to the Salt Lions. Abbey Rock. Here, the Grim Sisters' lair. A black spirit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress convent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. I'm going to knock at the iron-studded gates with news. Perhaps they'll find it valuable. Brief attention. The muscular prioress, the abbess's lieutenant, comes to the door to listen. She nods and makes notes. She pays particular attention to news of marsh beast predations and the traffic of the rooftops. In return, she offers a rather perfunctory blessing, but the blessing reassures your crew. And then I will compile a port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands stolid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. Nothing here. Okay. On to the salt lions, which are more west and less north. Like that, maybe. Okay. There's a guy to fight there. I turned too far. Okay. You've destroyed a pirate frigate. The ship is yours. What'll you do with her? We got 2 supplies and a fuel. And another fuel. Okay. So I have now, because I made that choice, I have too many things in my hold. I can throw away fuel. I am willing to throw away fuel. I was kind of hoping that I'd get something cooler than just supplies and fuel, but I didn't. Okay. Visit the Unmakers. I guess this episode isn't actually going that long. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Fungal tisane and tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but station... Oh, fuck, I still don't know how to read Roman numerals. 4. I'm gonna guess that's 4. I wouldn't call it Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes. And... Time, basalt, disillusion. Notes for the Admiralty. Record the activities of the Unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. And carry Sphinx stone to London. I've said that I'm willing to throw away 2 fuel for this. The Unmakers are here to reduce the salt lions to rubble, 1 block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. Yep, I'll get rid of 2 fuel. There's lots of fuel and I'm pretty close to London. Gonna try and go out and fill in these 2 remaining black squares over here. I think there might be a giant crab over here that I keep like going, ah shit, and trying to avoid. We'll see. Ah, there's a giant crab. Sorry, megalops. How badass are you? I don't really want to have to figure out a thing to do with the corpse parts if I kill it, because my hold is full. Alright, not really any reason to go to Hunter's Keep, because I already did. Wow, I didn't even gain enough terror to get it knocked back down to 50. That's something. Short little jaunt, honestly. And we're home. Collect messages from the harbor master. All the clatter and song of the dockside, it soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Okay. So let's start by dropping off the Sphinx Stone. Deliver Sphinx Stone. Special constables, black uniforms, distinctive caps, the badge of the Ministry of Public Decency, wait with a cart. Sign, sign, sign. Here's a receipt. Here's a discretion contract. Here's a penalty contract. Your vision is blurred by the end of it all. The cart rumbles off into the coiling fog. Here's your reward. What else is there? I gotta pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. Ask if there's anything in particular he needs. Cumaean Canal. Okay. Cumaean. Aean. Wow. Okay, so in my notebook I have I have a entry that's Admiralty, and I've been writing and crossing out the places the Admiralty wants me to go over the last few episodes, last while. And I've got Wither, Avid Horizon, Cumaean Canal, Khan's Heart, Avid Horizon, Cumaean Canal. I don't know if it was actually in that order, but they keep sending me to the Cumaean Canal and the Avid Horizon. Okay. Anything else here? Nope. I'll just submit some port reports. I don't think I went to any new ports this time around, so I'm just gonna breeze through these. I might read... I was gonna say I might read the Chapel of Lights because it's been a while since I've been there, but then I just blew past it, so I guess I won't do that. Is there anything else that is fair, valuable for me to do before I leave this episode off? Let's have some time with our family. Just enjoy their company. And let's read the morning papers. And let's rest all the way down to 0 terror. I do have 10 spaces of cargo clear. Let's find out what this delivery from a grateful friend is. Several crates of wine sit in your lodgings. The note on the top reads, "For your service and discretion, J." Unlocked with a vial of highly questionable blood, and your service to Mr. Sachs is concluded. A medley of fine vintages. No, it can't be. Greyfields 1868, A Few Bottles of Broken Giant 1844. Isn't that from before the fall? Only Mr. Wines is said to stock these in any quantity, and it reserves them for itself and the very few with whom it considers itself on intimate terms. You extract the best ones for personal consumption. The rest will fetch a fine price. Interesting. Okay. My hole is basically full. Yes. I guess with that, let me check that there's nothing to do in my study. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm going to buy up 3 more fuel, and then I'm going to say thank you for watching this, the I'm pretty sure 21st episode of Salt Play Sunless Sea. Hopefully the rain wasn't too loud. I can't find out right now because I've discovered in the past I can't tell the difference between rain background noises when the rain background noises are happening. I will see you later. Goodbye.